Hello, my name is Nicholas Dunlap, and today I decided for my student choice speech, because I have to continue working on my car so much, that I would show you how to work on a 98 Dodge Neon. This is what I drive. Today in particular, I'm going to show you, at least I'm going to try and tell you, how to change the upstream and downstream O2 sensors on the Neon. I don't have the sensors with me. They're supposed to be here on Saturday, along with the special socket. However, I just got my my jack and jack stand in, because I left my other jack and jack stand in a faraway place, and I don't have the time or the money in my car to go get it. So, first thing you'll need, obviously, besides the O2 sensors in that socket, is a good jack. Floor jacks, preferably. They have scissor jacks. My car came with a scissor jack, but I don't like scissor jacks. They tend to be able to fall over very easily, and if it fell over with me underneath the car, well, I'm dead. So, anyway, second thing you'll need, because floor jacks are not actually designed to sit there and constantly hold up a car for a long period of time, you will need jack stands. These, very nice. All this entire set, I just bought it on Amazon about a week ago, and cost me about 60 bucks altogether. Very nice, relatively cheap. I don't normally like to go cheap when it comes to things that could be the life and death of me, but hey, you know, in the economy, we gotta do what we gotta do to save money. Anyway, use these. Okay, so first off, what you want to do, obviously, is you want to disconnect, because you're dealing with electrical components here. You want to disconnect the negative battery terminal from the battery. Just all there is a bolt, holds it on there. If it's top, like mine is, top post on the battery, just undo the bolt. It's fine to touch as long as your car's not running. Undo the bolt. Where it's loose, pop it off. Make sure it's not going to come flying back to connect to it randomly. Just make sure it's somewhere else where it's not going to touch so you break the current. Number two, you're going to want to jack up your car. First off, they're going to be jack points. My car has it. A lot of cars have it in different places. As long as you're not just jacking up on like the oil pan or something like that, or the motor. Mine has it right underneath the driver's side and the passenger side door. They're just right underneath where like the door connects to the car. You just slide it not too far, just slide it right about underneath the edge where the door would open on mine, and jack it up. It comes up. When you come up, you're going to want to put one of these underneath that side. Then do the same thing to the other side and put the other jack stand on that side. You're going to need to have the front end of the car raised up for this, at least in my case, because my car sits very low to the ground. Anyway, after that, you already have the battery disconnected. You get under there, the upstream O2 sensor is what it's called, upstream or upflow, one or the other, is right about where the manifold is, which in a 4-cylinder facing this way, the manifold is right here. Like if you were looking, it would be right in front of you if you were looking down at the hood. So it's going to be right here, and it's going to be right underneath the manifold. You'll see it. It's going to be sticking out. It's a piece about that long. So, and it has a wire coming out of it because it's electrical. When you take that, you disconnect the plug from it. There's going to be a plug that connects it to the computer. You need to disconnect the plug. The special socket I have, just like any normal ratchet and socket, it's a deep socket, but it has a slot in it because the O2 sensor itself has a wire sticking out of it, and you don't want to crush that wire, break it, do anything to it. So it has a slot to make sure that wire sticks out while you're undoing the O2 sensor. And you stick that socket on there, you undo it the same way you undo a normal bolt. Actually, it's just like a bolt, just counterclockwise to loosen it, and take it out. Now, if you're trying to check on it and you go to put it back in there, you're going to need special lube. I can't exactly remember what it's called, but it's to ensure that it, I think, doesn't like tighten too much and then like break, essentially, like snap in half, because it's very fragile. However, if you're putting in new ones, like I have, the seals on the new ones already have that special lube on there. You don't have to worry about it. You just pop it in. After that, you just tighten it. You put the new one in there, tighten it back up. Same thing. You need that special socket because that one also has a wire sticking out of it. You plug it back up, and that should be good. Now, in this case, if you were just changing the upstream, then you could lower the car and whatnot. But I'm going to change the downstream too. So you come back a little further from the manifold where you just did it. You come back a little further, and right on the exhaust pipe where the catalytic converter is, which you'll see is a box about this big, right on the exhaust pipe, there's going to be another one. That's your downstream. That one, it's the same thing. It's just a downstream one. You're going to do the same thing. You disconnect the wire. You're going to put your special socket on there, loosen it, put a new one back, or take it out, put a new one back in there, tighten it, connect the wire. After that, you should be done as far as putting those in and connecting them. Now, you come back, you get out from underneath the car, you put your floor jack, or scissor jack, whatever you have, back underneath the car, and jack it up so you can take it off the jack stands. Then, as you jack it up, you've got to be very careful, especially if you're using two jack stands, in order to, make sure you jack it up on one side, you take the jack stand out, you remove it, you better slowly lower it down, because if you do it fast, you're going to make it slip off the other jack stand, bad things could happen. So you slowly let your jack down, just very slowly, then go to the other side, do the same thing. Jack it up enough to get it off the jack stand, lower the jack stand down, and then take the jack stand out and lower the car. Well, that's basically it. After that, you put it on the ground, you go back, you connect your negative battery terminal. I just realized that I didn't tell you if you have side post batteries. It's basically the same thing, but it's not going to be a little round horseshoe thing that goes on the top post. It's just going to be something that sticks in there with a bolt. On the bolt, it's the same thing. You just undo the bolt, it pops off. So anyway, so you put that back on there. You tighten the bolt back. Once again, it's fine to touch as long as your car's not running. It's fine to touch it while you're tightening it on there, and even have a metal ratchet in your hand tightening it on there, it's fine too, as long as you don't make a connection with the car, like hit the frame or something, or have the car running. And that's it. Your car should be, hopefully, like I'll find out on Saturday, hopefully the car should run normal. By the way, the whole reason I'm changing mine out is because my engine is running like bad. It's running like garbage. It's hard to describe. And I've already changed the coil pack, spark plugs, the plug wires, cleaned the fuel filter, everything like that. And it's still running like crap. Didn't think of the O2 sensors, so hopefully that'll fix it. If not, I don't know what in the world's wrong with it then. So, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this speech. I'm sorry I don't have my other tools with me today. They're supposed to be here Saturday, and I know this thing's due tomorrow. So, anyways, my name is Nicholas Dunlap, and thank you for watching.